I have no idea why the video was not working. I've tried multiple times to get it to work. I don't know why YouTube is giving me such a hard time and my PS5 is giving me such a hard time streaming. So I apologize if this stuff just started spamming every 5 seconds, but I was trying to get it to work, but it kept saying like an error, like there was an error message, and it was like constantly like saying YouTube video forbidden or an error, or I would try to like do different titles or whatever and it wouldn't go through. So I'm sorry we can't play Story of Seasons today. We'll just play Spyro for a little while. And then after that I won't be streaming today for the rest of the day and tomorrow because I gotta get caught up on editing and uploading these streams into a video format. So we're going to play a level that I'm not really looking forward to playing, but first we're gonna go get the egg for this area with Sheila real quick. Because like I said, I don't know what happened because it constantly kept giving me error messages and it just kept declining my stream. Usually when I hit it once, it automatically goes through, but for some odd reason, today of all days, it just would not go through. I tried like 5 or 6 times, and now I just started playing Spyro. Now it magically starts working again. I guess they don't want me to play certain games, I have no idea, but we'll just play Spyro for a little while and call it a day. I have to go up here real fast. Before it wasn't open, now it is because we saved Sheila. So now it shouldn't say anything about the sorceress, it should say something about her. Come on in, Sheila. Yep.
Hey, Spyro. There are Rhinox everywhere. Maybe I can find some peace and quiet at the top of this tower.
Alas, I have lost my love. She's being guarded by evil Rhinox at the top of yonder tower. Can you rescue her for me?
Why can't you rescue her? If she is your love, why don't you do it? People be lazy. The most annoying mission of hers is there's like in the next world there's an area, I forgot what it's called, but it has like fireflies, and it kinda, you have to protect them and they like walk in the dumbest patterns possible, and if they get hit once their like bombs explode and then you have to redo the whole entire thing again. And I'm not looking forward to that mission. I'll probably skip it altogether if I can't get it at a certain point, but we're not there yet. We still have to do, I think, 1 or 2 more worlds, and then we'll be able to fight the first boss and go to the next home world. I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted to play Harvest Moon today, or Story of Seasons, but sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and just do what you gotta do. I'm just happy I'm off from work today. I get to relax. Take it easy. This part's always a pain because if you fall, you die. So you gotta make them jumps count. It's a little frog. I think we're almost getting closer to the top of the tower. I think. Oh. Oh, come on, Sheila. Oh, come on. It's a pain. It was a lot easier to pull off, but got to get all the gems.
What? Marco sent you here. I've got a restraining order against him.
Okay. I like how I just went by it and it like took a few minutes for it to just go. Ain't that lovely. Now we can actually leave. Oh, there's a gem. Alright, I'm gonna go over here real fast. Later on, you're gonna need more gems later on for certain things because of money bags on how he is. Now we can actually leave the level now. No. Hello. Yeah, we can actually start going to a level that I remember somewhat. It's called Molten Crater. I really don't like how they gave the Tiki's eyes and teeth. They're supposed to be made out of stone, and it just kind of gives me Uncanny Valley type of vibes. Like, when I first saw it, when I was playing this game a few days ago, and I saw it, I was like, ew, what the hell is that supposed to be? Like, look at it. It just reeks of Uncanny Valley. It just looks weird.
My portal is working again. Come visit me at the Tiki Lodge.
It just looks very weird. Because we did a few other stages, if I remember correctly. I think that's the last world we have to do, because we did Seashell Shore. And yeah, that's the last world we have to do before we fight the first boss. So let's do that. You know, sometimes I feel like when companies do redesigns, they either put too much or too little. They either overdo it or they shorthand the design. And I think they overdid it with the Tikis. The simplicity was a lot better in the original because they were just made of stone and had hollowed out eyes and no teeth because they're supposed to be made out of rock. So why would you add human characteristics to something that's made of stone? It just looks weird. Like, if you look at it, it looks like just a person that's made out of rock and not just a tiki. Because when you look at tikis, they normally don't have that.
Rhinox are running rampant around here, but I can't get anyone out of the Tiki Lodge long enough to do anything about it.
And how is that my problem? Oh, hello, sir. That was not very nice. I didn't get a chance to do anything. Oh, they still kept the slugs, which is nice. And of course, lava equals bad timing, or bad time, so don't fall in there, ladies and gents. You don't need poor Spyro to get his booty burned. I really wish they didn't change how, like I said before, Spyro 1 you had to kill all the enemies to get all the gems, Spyro 2 got rid of that, and then Spyro 3 brought it back again. I don't know why they did it that way. Is you have to like make sure you kill every enemy in the level to get the gems that you need, and it just... you need it for 100% completion. So if you miss an enemy and you're running around looking for a gem, and you have to like kill every single enemy again and make sure that you got everything. Instead of just running around the level and looking, you have to do both.
Be sure to keep your friend Sparks the Dragonfly healthy, Spyro. If his health is low,
How many times do you have to tell me?
To release a butterfly.
I know, these are little fodder things. They're just little animals just chilling, and Spyro's like, well, sorry, I needed a butterfly, died. There is, you have to come back here later, I think, because one of the animal buddies that you get later, which is in the next world, he has a mission here, and you can't do it until you unlock him in the next world. So I won't be able to do one of the quests in this mission, in this world, so we'll be coming back here later on for that, egg. It's not that terrible of, a mission, but it's not that great either. It's a lot of flying around and a lot of unnecessary, you know, moving around and stuff. It's kind of stupid.
Here, take this egg. They were giving them away at the Tiki Lodge last night.
Curly, where's Mo and Larry? Where's your buds? Alright. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, we need Sergeant Bird. Note, Sergeant Bird is currently on an important mission to the inside of a cage. Tough luck, the sorceress. So you have to wait until, you unlock him in order to do it. Oh, here's our, scummy bags, again, trying to rob us out of our money.
You're just in time. I saw 2 egg thieves run through this door. Well, actually, they paid me to guard their hideout, but that's irrelevant. I'll happily let you through the gate to chase them down for a small finder's fee.
Your fees are not small, bro. That would be like a small fee would be like 20 gems, 50 minimum, maybe 100 maximum. But this dude's like, hey, Spyro, can I have half of your money? And you're like, well, shit. I just slaved around, running around, doing things to get gems. And you're like, oh, give them to me, Spyro. You do not need them. 300 gems. That's what I'm saying. He's like, 300 is a small fee. No, small fee is 20, 50, 80, 100 maybe. The highest maybe 150, but 300, bro, that's pushing it.
Thank you, Spyro. And best of luck
You're not
catching
welcome.
those dastardly egg thieves.
Since he took my money, I'm gonna have him suffer until the number goes back to normal. There you go, buddy. That's for taking my money. You bled my... Like I said, there's, at the end of the game, you can actually chase him and you get all your money back. That was a nice send-off from the, Insomniac Games, because like, Insomniac probably knew that players hated moneybags. So, once they decided to part ways with Spyro, that was a good send-off for the players to be able to beat moneybags up for the suffering that they went through playing Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. So it was nice.
Are you the dragon looking for all those eggs? Because I saw a shifty-looking character with one over there.
I used to hate this mission so much because the first one isn't that bad, but once you have to get the supercharge to get the second one, it's just brutally hard for no reason. It took me a very long time to get this egg. I don't remember when I got it, but it was not fun trying to get it. And this is not the first instance of this. I think later on there's another set of 2 that you have to get, and it's much worse because there's like gaps, like large gaps, and you have to like jump pretty far with the supercharge, and if you fall, it's not pleasant. So I'm not looking forward to that one at all. But like I said, this is not 100% run of it. So some eggs I will skip because I really don't want to do it. But, see, you have to like really stay a certain way to get it. Because if you like stop and hit anything, you won't be able to catch the egg thief. Because the second one runs even faster, and then they're like, oh, you need the supercharged Spyro, and you're like, well, shit. And the supercharge is not really easy to control either, because you have to like really stay in a straight line without hitting the sides of the walls. This is gonna take a while. But like I said, I'm very disappointed that I couldn't play story seasons today, because I really wanted to. Wait a sec. I'm quite disappointed, and the reason why I'm disappointed is due to the fact that I wanted to continue where we left off yesterday. But no, YouTube wants to be a prick. And so does my PS5.
Are you the dragon looking for?
I forgot when it gets turned on, but the reason why I wanted to continue where we left off was due to the fact that I wanted to continue doing the stuff that I need to do in order to get more money, because basically the very beginning of most Harvest Moon games, you need to like be able to get enough funds to buy certain things that you need to make more money. Because later on in the game it gets easier, but in the very beginning it does not. It gets much harder to earn money because you have very limited amounts of stuff to, you know, make money. You don't have that many animals. They don't give you as high quality products as you would get late game. But no, we're too busy trying to get an egg from this bro. We're getting closer. As if you stay in like a certain like curve, you'll be able to get it, but it takes forever. Because if you try to corner him the other way, he'll just go backwards. He won't bump into you. The AI is not stupid. You wish it would be stupid, but it's not stupid. But don't worry, when I do decide to edit this video, I will speed this up, or I will cut to when I actually get the thief. Because I know how boring these things can get, because I do watch a lot of YouTube in my free time, and when people do make videos and they're constantly repeating the same areas or the same sections, it gets boring. So I can understand and sympathize with that. Come on, we're almost there. Come on. We're getting. Almost. Come on. There we go. We got him! The next one isn't gonna be as easy.
There goes another one. He was really fast. Maybe if I activate the supercharge, you'll be able to catch him.
Yeah, this one was the bane of my existence as a kid because when I tell you this bro goes fast, look at the bro go. Look at him go. Bro going way too damn fast. You can barely see with all the smoke and whatever the hell it's supposed to be, but that was actually— oh, it's Kermit! Thank you. It does look pretty nice. We did get both eggs with really no issues, but I have to get a few things first. I have to get that crate, or whatever the hell it's supposed to be. And, that wall. There we go, skill point. Okay, let's get the extra life. How you doing, Rock? How you doing? Alright, we got that one. And there's the key. I forgot what it's used for. I think it's used for a lock. Oh shit. It's for one of the locked chests. Probably most likely going to die, but what can you do? Dead. I like how I got the stupid thing, but Sparks didn't come back. Thanks a lot, buddy. I thought you were my friend. I forgot where the locked thing is. The locked chest. Like, you have to be like right on top of it for Sparks to eat it. Yeah. I got a trophy for opening up a chest. Lame. Oh. Hopefully, it always sucks getting a filling because you gotta get the Novocaine. Novocaine is not pleasant. It makes your mouth feel like it's so swollen you can't talk and you can't eat.
Let's head on over to the balloon.
Yep. Now we can actually fight the boss. We finished the first world, so... which is nice. We got about 27 eggs. That's a decent amount for the second world.
Hop in the balloon whenever you want, Spyro.
I guess you'll just hop in the balloon now. Don't ask me how it works.
Yep, we gotta go fight Buzz. Buzz's music from the original game is like nightmare fuel, especially for a children's game. When I tell you, I used to hate hearing it because it's like...
Listen carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him!
kill him?
I don't care what you do, you useless brat. As long as you get rid of him.
Okay, let's see what we got here. This ought to do it.
You can't keep me caged
Oh,
up
look
here
at little
forever.
Sergeant Boy, look at the
You
little
there, get me
penguin.
out of here. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Come here.
Oh my. What the devil?
He's actually a lot more terrifying in the original because he like has these. I'll probably show a picture when I get a chance, but in the original he was really
When I
scary.
heard
They
the
toned him
sorceress
down
was
a little
planning
bit.
to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
Basically, your animal friends help you with the bosses. You have to like charge them into the water, I mean the lava. And then Sheila jumps and pushes them further in there. Come on, buddy, get in the lava. Take a nice hot lava bath. They made him a lot faster because you can outrun him, but that's not a possibility. And I died. That's funny. I didn't even get a chance to do absolutely nothing. That's what happens when you're not paying attention. Come on, tubby boy. Big boy don't want to go in the lava. I wouldn't want to go in there either. Come on, Chubbs, get in there. I don't know what the hell that was, but it worked. Come on, Chungus. I forgot that he did that. At least they kept his little laugh when he does it. It was funny. Come on, buddy. Move your chunky butt over there. Shit. Sheila, move! Oh. No. Come on, Chungus. I'm not the most patient of people at all. Come on, Chungus. Yeah, they made this boss a lot worse, because in the original, if you actually shoved him, he did go in the lava with really no resistance, but he's not even going that far. He's like not even going that much of, not that even farther at all. Finally. Took you long enough, bud. So I haven't fought this tubby doo-doo head for many years. Tubby little shithead. I haven't fought him in a long time. And it's very awkward to try to do this again because I'm so used to how he was way back many years ago. But now, they made him a lot worse. And they removed his music from what I heard. I don't really hear it. So, this mic isn't that great. Probably has better quality when it comes to me talking, but the other one was a lot louder when it came to the actual game, because I can vaguely hear it. For the love of everything that is nice in this world, get your chubby ass in there. Come on. This is ridiculous. I don't know why they made this boss worse. This is what I hate about when companies redo games. They think they're doing it better, but they didn't make it better. They made it 10 times worse. He doesn't even go that far either. Sorry if this is gonna take forever, but it's just not working. Yes, they do. They always make bosses worse when they remake them. Because in the original, he actually didn't have that much of a resistance when you pushed him. In this game, it feels like you're trying to push a brick wall with a pencil. He's not even touching anything. He's like half floating in the air. Like, what kind of crap is that? I don't even want to know how worse they made the other bosses. Because I know a lot of people have problems with them too. And some of them are even worse than this one, how they redid it. One more time we have to do this, and then he's dead, and then we can actually move on to another world. Sorry if I'm playing terribly, but I just want to get this boss over and done with. They probably ruin the rest too. Finally. He's dead. Grayson. Well, of course, 100% completion. There's only one egg, so of course it's gonna be done. The Midday Garden world has, if I remember correctly, it has the Bamboo Terrace, it has the Firefly world, and it has a few other ones. They do have, that's Bamboo Terrace, that's the Firefly world, people, and then there's, I forgot what those two are from. I do like how they added photos to here, but oh wow, this actually looks pretty nice. All things considering.
Okay, Dragon, you've managed to survive longer than I expected, but you haven't the slightest idea what sort of dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab your cat friend and whatever eggs you found and hightail it back home while you still can. I'm telling you this for your own good, you know.
Bianca wasn't really evil per se, so we'll be getting our little penguin friend soon enough. Dave. Okay, oh look at the little bunnies. The buns. Oh, and there's our bro Hunter, sounding like a stoner. Stoner bro.
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
Enchanted Towers. This is another level that has a skateboarding that I didn't do in the first stage of the game because I didn't want to, and I'm probably not going to do it here either. There's Spooky Swamp. And there's another egg thief. I still am kind of mad that they removed the nana from them. It kind of gets annoying after a while, but it defeats the charm of them, so... Trixie. Trixie time! You guys get the reference, you got a good childhood that's from Fairly Odd Parents. I remember when it was good before they ruined it and made it worse. Because they kept adding new characters and it just got worse over time. So I think it was better when they just kept it simple, like the first like 2 or 3 seasons. But after that, it just kind of got old really fast, and then it lost its
Hi, Spyro.
edge.
This is a super flame power-up. You'll find more just like it scattered throughout all the worlds.
I remember
Why don't you
watching
try
that
this
as a
one out by using
kid,
it to break
Foster's
all
Home
these
Imaginary
planters?
Friends.
I think I saw
used to
Rhinoc
watch
hide an egg in one of them.
Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I also remember watching My Gym Partner's a Monkey. What is it? Danny Phantom. Ed, Ed and Eddie. Dexter. There's like so many good cartoons back in that time. Cow and Chicken. Oh, those were the days. They don't make them like they used to. They really don't. I forgot what other shows I used to watch as a kid, but those I remember offhand. Johnny Test wasn't that great. I remember watching it vaguely as a kid. I really couldn't get into it. It was just kind of corny in my opinion. I also remember My Life as a Teenage Robot. That was actually pretty good too. I still remember that little robot. You look surrender. It was like one of those little wind-up toys. Oh here, surrender. That shit was funny. I also remember that really like weird puppet show called Mr. Meaty. I didn't like that show at all. I remember that episode with the tapeworm. That shit traumatized my ass.
My good friend Spyro. The sorceress caught this naughty bird letting off rockets in her fireworks factory. But I'm willing to release him into your custody, provided you pay his outstanding fines.
$700? Really? Are you kidding me? My word, scummy bags. You're really trying to pinch every penny I have. You're worse than Mr. Krabs, and I don't even think that's humanely possible. I think both are bad equally. Both of them are shady. Hold on one moment. Let's do something real fast. Yeah. I still don't understand, like, what the purpose is of this. Like, he's just a paywall. It's before... He's basically microtransactions before microtransactions were a thing. It's like, oh, you want to continue the game, Spyro? Give me money. Ah, crazy.
What a sucker! That is... It's a far, far better thing you do today, Spyro, than you have ever done. And, well, so forth, etc. You get the idea.
Well, Sergeant Bird is my boy. He was my favorite character as a kid in this game. He's so cute. He's just a little chunky penguin.
Sergeant Bird, 90068. Awaiting orders, sir.
I think you'll have to find your commanding officer for that. Hey, what are those things?
These are the latest military hardware. DBX-9 rocket launchers, state-of-the-art.
So why didn't you use them to escape?
Because I have limited ammo, and I wanted to conserve it. For this. Say, where'd you come from? I thought dragons had all been dead for 1,000 years or something.
Well, the rumors of our extinction were slightly exaggerated. We just wanted a little peace and quiet.
Well, if it's peace and quiet you want, you should stay clear of my homeworld for a bit. I reckon I'll be blowing up Rhinox for weeks. Cheerio!
Little Pengu bro. Yay. We get our buddy. Well, let's go play Sergeant Bird for a bit. I'm gonna play out Pengu. The only thing that sucks about him is he walks really, really slow, even slower than actual penguins walk. But it's cute. He has his little feetsies as he waddles.
I have to train the hummingbirds. They
Oh,
must
here's
be in peak
Helio.
physical condition if we're going to take on the sorceress.
Like, look at his little feet. He looks so cute. And he's packing heat, a little penguin with little rocket launchers. Yes. And he even has his little flippers to fly. This is just utterly adorable, and I love it. For the other hummingbird soldiers. I like how they have little hats. It's so cute.
Sir, the situation is this. Yesterday, at 1845 hours, the Rhinox invaded. We defended as best we could, sir. But without your leadership, we couldn't put up an effective resistance. By 1900 hours, the rest of the squad was captured, and the Rhinox had complete control of the base.
Time to be a flying pingu. This is the first time you'll probably ever see a pingu flying. I like how they just throw flower pots at you. Like, how is that threatening? It's like, I'm gonna throw a flower pot at you. And he's like, hold my missiles. He walks a lot faster because in the original he like walked really slow, so I'm happy they did fix that. It would have took me a year and a day to get from point A to point B.
Sir, I've captured the enemy rations. They won't march far on empty stomachs.
Siegfried. Oh, it's another chunker. Oh, he's so cute.
Sir, the Rhinox have blocked the way out of this next cave with a security door, and I don't think you'll be able to blast your way through this one. I recommend you land on the weights and carry them to the pressure-sensitive security switches on either side of the door. When in position, press the charge button to drop the weight. Press the action button once to look down, and press it again to look up, sir.
Oh, goody. I don't know how our little Pengu friend can carry this. It's like almost the same size as him, but weighs more. Poor little Pengu. Ow, that's not nice. That wasn't nice either, sir. Oh, you missed. Huh. Missed again, sir. You have a worse aim than, what is it? Oh, they have little party hats. That's so cute. The little gophers have party hats. Or are they celebrating what exactly? Is bro literally gonna hit me with a net? How dare you? Unacceptable. Unacceptable behavior. That's for almost trying to hit me with a net. You have to, there's like these little little rocket bomb things you have to drop on them for them to die. So otherwise they'll just walk around and be little menaces. Yay. Look at all of the gems on the wall. Too bad I can't grab them all and retire early. Go into early retirement. But nope. It doesn't exist, it's not real. Yep, that's what you need to do the thing.
Mission accomplished. It's great to have you back, sir.
I didn't even get a chance to go up and do anything. She's like, oh, here you go. Here's another Chungus. Have a good day. Can I finish what I was trying to do? Was before there was actually, a kind of glitch to where the cat didn't talk to me when I was, like, right near her. And I wasn't even anywhere near that, what is it called? That hummingbird. And she's like, oh, sir, here's an egg. Have a good day. And I'm like, what? Huh? Really, toilet plungers? Imagine. A little penguin packing heat. And then that. Of all things. Okay. Gotta take it nice and slow. We don't want a cooked pengu. We rather have our penguin very live and well, and not torched. We don't want a fried penguin. Now we have to go all the way back now. Fun!
Your orders, sir?
Oh, he has like a little card in his little helmet. That's cute. Oh. Oh well. That's what happens when you rush. Now let's see here. Nice. Yep. That's the only way you'll be able to destroy the little gophers. You can't do it any other way. How did that miss? There we go. I think it's a skill point, I believe. I forgot how many there are, though. There's quite a few of them. Good thing is that these like infinitely respawn, so if you screw up you just have to go back to a spot where it loads in and then try again. Alright, now I have to go further back. Up here. There's one right here. Let's see if there's another one. Nope, there's not one there either. So we're going to see if I can get the skill point. Because I don't remember what the skill points serve. I think it's just like a hidden unlockable, and that's basically it. That's all it is. Alright. Let's See if we can find any more little gopher buddies. See if they die. Gonna rain on their little birthday party. I have one more hummingbird. Yeah, there's one over there. What the? Get all the gems. I have no idea how our little penguin buddy is actually carrying this. I have no idea. He just is. He one strong little penguin. That's for sure. So we stand our pengu like we stand everything else. Okay, let's kill that little gopher. Why the hell not? Come on, buddy. Get out of your stupid hole already. Man. And I gotta go all the way back over here again. Only to do it again. Finally. Yep, it was a skill point. I forgot how to get the other, what is it, hummingbird? There's like a specific way of getting it, but I don't remember how to get it. Like I said, it's been a long time since then. So just bear with me. You need a certain amount of eggs at a certain point. Because the eggs are used also as a means to unlock portals, and if you don't have enough, you'll have to do more missions that you really don't want to do to get them. So, because we got the one over there, but there's one here that I don't remember how to get to. There's like a certain way, but I don't remember. So we'll see soon enough. Let's go back this way. Because that's the last thing that I have to do is get that one hummingbird. Very suspicious. And like I said, once I edit this, I will cut all the backtracking out and just show like actual stuff. Like I said before, I understand how annoying it is when you're watching videos and, you know, the person's not, they basically keep screwing up or they don't know where to go. And it kind of gets boring after a while. So I can sympathize. I've seen it enough times to know how it feels. Where the hell am I supposed to get that, hummingbird? Like, what the hell? Where am I supposed to go, Pingu bro? I'm about to leave the level. I have no actual idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the level and continue somewhere else. So I don't know where the egg is. So I just left the stage. I apologize, it took forever. So we're gonna go to another stage. Trying to figure out which one I want to do, because some of them are actually kinda eh. Probably either do Bamboo Terrace. I really don't want to do Spooky Swamp, so I'm not a big fan of Spooky Swamp for like one specific reason, which is that bomb mission with Sheila. That mission is a pain in the booty. Oh, it's Nat. Hello, sir. Aw, little polite little dragon. So cute. I'm just glad that you don't have to repay money back to learn your abilities again. Modesty. Little dragon's like, nope. That's cute. See, you need 36 to open up the speedway, and I'm not doing the speedways. You do get an egg per speedway, but it's not really worth it. So, I might do this stage. Enchanted Towers. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. I'm having fun playing this. It brings me back many years ago, so it's actually quite nice.
Those crummy Rhinox forced us to build a statue of the sorceress. Then after we built it, she complained it was too ugly. Huh. If you ask me, the statue is far prettier than she is.
Imagine wanting a statue of yourself and then saying it's ugly when it looks exactly like you. What is the purpose? That's kind of funny though. At least what they're wearing makes sense. But I still can't believe they have them throwing potted plants. Gladius. 35. Like I said, we have a decent amount of eggs. It's not like we don't have that many. We have a decent amount. And if you guys know any way of actually getting a hookup for a GameCube, because I would love to actually get footage for Sonic Adventure 2 Battle again. As I did do a stream of, not a stream of it, I did record footage of it years ago, but it's like utterly terrible on how bad it is. Because I did it the way that I used to do videos, where I used to take a phone tripod and record it that way, and it came absolutely utterly terrible. And I want to make sure that I make decent content, you know, so I wanted to like see how I can get gameplay footage from either my PS3 or my GameCube, because I would like to play like Twilight Princess again. And probably, what is it? Of course I died. I actually got it and then I fell. I wanted to do that, maybe Wind Waker, and maybe Sonic Adventure 1, but I'm not really familiar with how that stuff works, because I'd never done it before. I never used like a capture card to get any type of footage, so I don't know how that stuff works. So if you guys know any like capture cards that are within like a reasonable budget, or like any YouTube videos that I can watch that I could get an idea of how to set it up and stuff, I would really appreciate it. Because I know you guys like my streams, and I like streaming too, but at the same time, I would also like to make regular content and just edit it down without having to download the stream and then upload it and edit it and everything else. So, and I'll be able to take much longer videos and make more content for you guys without having to like do a stream, then edit, then do another stream. Stupid pillars in the way. There you go. So that's what I was thinking of doing at some point. Like with my PS3, I really don't know like what games you guys would be interested in, or I would be interested in playing, because I have like, my PS3 library is like really weird. I like RPGs, but I also have like DMC and stuff, and I used to be decent at Devil May Cry, and then after a while I stopped playing, and then I got really bad once I decided to play DMC 5. Because I did try to play it, but I'm terrible at it now. I used to be halfway decent, but nowadays, not really, no. But it looks just like her though, so I don't know why she's so like, oh, I don't like it. And there's a Stars and Birds stage over there. So if you guys have any ideas,
I'm almost ready to reveal my latest piece of real-time four-dimensional performance art. I call it
willing to
Witch
listen and compromise
9.
regarding
Now,
the
if you can just light the 3 rockets around here, my
getting
masterpiece shall be complete.
a capture card. Because the only games I would like to play is either my PS2 once I get it fixed, because I don't know if it needs a new laser, because the discs don't really load as quickly as it used to. I've had it since I was like 12, so I've had it for like 13 years about, so I'd probably have to get it fixed. So it'd either do videos from my GameCube or my PS3. So, because I would like to play like Ratchet and Clank and stuff. It's one of my favorites too. So.
Oops, I forgot I hid this egg inside the statue. I hope the explosion didn't hard-boil it.
Why would you hide an egg in a statue? Poor Peanut. Hopefully he didn't get roasted. You don't want a little roasted dragon. Alright. Let's get this little rock here. You almost torched my butt. How dare you, sir? I didn't shoot it far enough. These things used to be a bane of my existence many years ago, and they still are. What's up here? Just gems. Oh, the little dinosaurs. Those are from the original 2, I believe. There's 8 of them. It'd be fun to play that stuff again. Ratchet and Clank all over again. The only game that I did not beat that I remember is I didn't beat the second game. I'm at the end of the third one, and in my opinion, the ending of 3 on how difficult it is kind of a pain. Especially trying to get the past. There's like a big area, it's like kind of like a gauntlet of like a bunch of enemies, and it's not fun. I tried multiple times, multiple different ways to beat it. It didn't happen. I cannot say how many times I've died specifically to that one section. It sucked so bad. And I did not look forward to it at all doing it again. Let's see, I think this is where it leads to the skate park. If I remember correctly. Down there I think leads to that spot. Or it leads to something else. Let me check real quick. Because I'm not doing the skateboarding stuff. I don't want to do that. Bear with me. There we go. I believe it's a skateboarding. Yep, it is. Nope. Not doing that. So let's leave the world real quick. And then we'll go to Bamboo Terrace. The only thing that gives me pain in 3 is the snowboard race. Oh, that, I hated it. I 100% of the original, and that specific snowboard section and the super bonus round sucks so bad. There's so many gaps and so many intricate jumps you have to do. It's just crazy. So I understand that so much. That literally was the bane. I couldn't even beat the super bonus world because I could never, ever get past that. Ever. I gave up. I never got the final egg. So I can see your point. That was horrible.
We should help her. You're kidding, right? She nearly toasted you. Yeah, but she was aiming at you. That's it.
Thanks.
No problem. It's a good thing for you Hunter was around.
Yeah, I agree that it's not that particular part in the super bonus round is really difficult. Like you said, that you have to hit the rings to get enough speed to actually get past. I forgot what they were. The other racers. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I tried it. But I can, like I said, I can sympathize. It's very hard. It's a really big difficulty spike. Because the other parts of the super bonus world were not hard. They were slightly challenging, but they weren't as difficult. But the snowboard one, yeah, I can agree. It was not pleasant trying to do it. It's not pleasant. It was very painful. I like rage quit it and I'm like, it's not worth it. I got everything. Who cares? I didn't get the last egg, you know. I'm gonna do one last world and then I will end the stream, and maybe later I spam twist lines which filled my gauge at once. Yeah, it's still hard. It really is. Spooky Swamp, no. I'm not having it. I remember there was a particular mission in this stage that's a pain. It's where you have to protect the little pandas when they're climbing or whatever. And if they fall, you have to start over again. Which I'm not doing that one either. I think one time in my life doing every single mission's enough. Just only getting a certain amount of eggs to beat the game and that's it. Ew, why do they make the pandas look like this? They look fine the way they were.
Spyro, Rhinox have been harassing us all day. The workers haven't been able to harvest the bamboo needed for the whirligig to take you to Evening Lake. We've tried asking them to leave, but there's no reasoning with them.
The original pandas were fine. There was no need to give them glasses and make them look the way they are now. Like, what? Why? What is the point? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. It's not that they just gave everything teeth, they just made everything look ugly. It's not even decent, they just overdid it and they just made them look worse. Like, there's something charming about simplicity with how simple the original designs were. They were simple, to the point, and cute. You know what I'm saying? They just fit the purpose of cute little creatures living in their own habitat or their own world, and then you have to help them with whatever problems they're going through. They did not have to make them overly detailed. You know, it's not, there's no reason for it. Like, I don't know what's so hard about, like, the old saying, keep it simple, stupid. You know, it's not hard. I don't know how those two little pandas pushed that, but good on you. You know, I don't get it. I really don't. And when I do edit the videos and the other Spyro videos, I will put comparison images of the actual like level set pieces and the actual images of either characters or residents in the world, so you can kind of get an idea of what changes they made and how the changes ruined or improved, you know, the game. But in my opinion, most of the changes that they made to the characters made them worse than they made them better. And then I also remembered when Toys for Bob was making this game, Insomniac wanted to help them, like, kind of like design the characters and get feedback, and they literally just ignored anything I had to say and completely blew them off. Like, yeah, I agree. The handling for Spyro feels kind of off. Because in the original, I remember how tight Spyro controlled. And then when they made this one, Spyro just feels very loose and not in a good way. He just doesn't feel the same. He feels very, it's not really slippery. He's just really, like, loose. And he has, like, no weight. Like, in the original, like, when you turned and moved Spyro, it felt like you had 100% control of how he moved. But in this game, it feels very loose, and it doesn't feel as tight as it used to be. And then the jumps, they feel very, there's, like, no weight to the jump. Like, in the original, Spyro would jump, and then he would drop. In this game, he doesn't drop right away. So you have, like... it just doesn't feel the same. I don't know what was so hard with them taking the, what is it called? Taking the actual game and just updating it. They could have just left the controls alone and just updated the graphics, and that was it. The game was completely fine the way it was. All it needed was a new coat of paint and basically better graphics for the, you know, it was limited back then. But they didn't do a good service for this game at all. It's a shame though. Because Spyro was my first series I ever played as a kid, so it kind of hurts in a way to see something that is very beloved to me kind of handled this way. But at least the Crash fans got exactly what they wanted, which I'm happy for them. They got an actual... like faithful remake. They just changed the jumping controls and that was basically it. Everybody relatively looks the same exact way that they did. But nope, Spyro fans did not get the same treatment. Spyro doesn't get much luck anyway. Because after the original trilogy and once they started doing the New Beginning series and then the really bad DS games, it just doesn't feel right. Kinda just have a gripe with remakes in general. Remakes, in my opinion, it depends on who is making the remake. If it's the same developers, it's not as bad, but once, like, you have a different developer with a different view and a different mindset and how they want it to be and how it to go, then you're basically getting kind of a different interpretation of the game and not exactly a one-to-one remake. You're getting, like, the game and it's actual, like, physical representation of it. Like, this is Spyro, obviously, but how they interpreted it with the designs and the feel of it is completely different. It's basically Spyro without the soul and the charm that made the original trilogy so well loved back on the PlayStation. Basically, this remake doesn't have the soul, the charm, and the love that the original had. It's basically kind of a soulless remake. And it's sad because it could have been really good, but it's just a hollow husk of what it could have been.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? I shall activate it right away.
I agree that, I agree with that, though, that remakes are not always replacements for the original. The original will always be a superior in a certain way because that's the original interpretation of the game and the original feel of it. You can remake a game as many times as you want, but it will never have the charm and appeal of the original game when it's first played in its vanilla stage. So I can agree that the remake should always be the replacement, because a lot of people, when they buy the remake and they still have the original, sometimes they'll always go back to the original because that's the purest form of the game. So if my Spyro 2 worked, I would be playing the original Spyro 2, but since my copy doesn't work properly anymore because I've had it for so long, you know, but what can you do?
We would be honored if you would accept this as a token of our appreciation.
We don't have Bentley yet, so. To all explorers, there's no Yeti here, and there never was. He was just a myth as far as you know, the sorceress. That's the jar that you have to break, and you have to find it multiple times in different locations. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate. But like I said, I'm not really, I don't hate this remake, but I don't like it either. Oh! I don't even know what to say to that. He just, like, knocked him over. I never knew that these little egg dudes were gonna be so petty. In my opinion, the best way to play whatever game you want to is however you feel about it, you know. If you liked it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I tend to hold the opinion that the RP should have at least some inherent reason for existing besides just getting popular and making money. I feel like most remakes don't fulfill that. I can see in a certain capacity that some remakes shouldn't really exist and are not really necessary, while other ones kind of bring back a franchise from a long hiatus or a long period of time that they're not around per se. But sometimes when they remake games, they make them worse. Like, I heard that the Baten Katos remake is terrible, completely and utterly terrible, and I wanted to buy it before I heard that it's by far a terrible remake, and I'm not buying it. Because I'm pretty much more of an RPG nerd than anything else. So when I heard that it was bad, I was like, I'll pass on that. Like, no thank you. But some remakes can be decent. Like, the Resident Evil 4 remake is alright. I did like it to an extent, but some changes that they made I really did not like at all. Especially how bad they butchered some of the characters. No. Especially how they handled Ada, Jack Krauser, and Leon especially. They're just really bad. But the actual gameplay and stuff is pretty good, but the actual stuff that mattered to me as a gamer, the characterization and the story, was not there. So, like, Capcom nailed the gameplay, but they did not nail what made the characters so likable in the first place. And they kind of took that away and made it worse. Like how in this game they took away the charm of Spyro and the characters, you know, and made them not as likable as they used to be. Because I know they took away a lot of the accents and a lot of the lingo and the jokes that made the game funny for the time, but they had to change it. So it doesn't really have the same feel as it used to. I'll probably play for a few more minutes and then I'll end the stream, and then maybe later on I'll try to play Story of Seasons, because I do like doing meme streams on this channel. I do 3 different types of content. I do normal streams, I do meme streams, and I also do challenge streams. And Story of Seasons is the meme stream. So I accidentally quit the game by accident. I wanted to exit the level. I'll do one more stage and then that'll be the end of that for the day. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Well, the thing is with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, the only gripe that I have with it is that they took a game that had multiple portions, and instead of just putting it in one single game, they separated it into multiple different parts that were completely unnecessary. And then with the whole thing with, what is it? Let me see. Rebirth was stupid. Rebirth had no reason to exist. None. And then you're gonna take Zack, and I'm not really saying it like for spoilers, it's an old game, but Zack died, okay? Zack does not have to come back to life or some way in scenario to be relevant again. Because Crisis Core Remaster or Remake hasn't been that long since it dropped. So why did Zack have to be there? And then on top of that with Aerith, the same thing. I'm not an Aerith fan at all, I can't stand her. But why did you have to take 2 characters that are canonically dead and have them in a game just for fan service? It does not make any sense to me at all. Like, I understand fans love Zack and Aerith, but at the same time, they're canonically dead. That's like taking a character that's been dead for a long period of time in the franchise and just magically have them come back just for fan service and a what-if scenario that no one asked for. No one asked for Zack and Aerith to come make a comeback in Rebirth. And how they handled Sephiroth too was kinda terrible as well, from what I've heard. You took a character that is infamously known for being overpowered and making him basically a joke in gameplay. That's like buying a DLC of a character that's incredibly overpowered and then getting them and they're like completely nerfed to the point where it's like, I didn't ask for it, you know? You didn't ask for something that bad. For what? Nothing. They've been milking 7 as much as Atlas has been milking Persona 5. Persona 5 has been milked for like years. Mutate comes across more as an alternate take on the story, which I can inherently appreciate, despite preferences of the original. And yes, Sephiroth is the biggest reason for my preference. Yes, Sephiroth was handled better in the original and even in Crisis Core for how Sephiroth was handled as a character, but how he was handled in Rebirth especially was incredibly distasteful and just asinine. Like, he's supposed to be a threat and you make him a joke. And you remove any type of presence and any type of danger that he would possibly be. For what? Nothing. He's supposed to be a threat, and they made him as threatening as, you know, a little puppy, you know? It just doesn't work.
That Geeta was mean! I thought I was a goner! Thanks for saving me.
Oh, they still kept the fact that they speak in haikus. At least they kept that. But I personally feel that a lot of companies are just trying to rely on old IPs that they know will make money, but a lot of people are not asking for them. Instead of wanting certain IPs to come back, they won't allow them to come back, or they don't want them to. Sorry, an ambulance is passing by, so if you hear it, I apologize, but I have no control of that. Because I highly doubt anybody's asking for more, more Final Fantasy VII. Advent of Children. Advent of Children, in my opinion, was just a filler movie. Just for more, more content of Final Fantasy VII. But I really don't have much to say about it. It just exists just to exist. I think most companies, instead of relying way too much on something that made them more money, they should try to make more stuff that, you know, people actually want. Because like I said, I highly doubt people want any more Persona 5. The reason why I genuinely hate that game in its entirety is that I waited a long time for the game to drop as it kept getting delayed. And once I got it in my hands and I started playing it, I felt cheated out of my money because the game that they gave was not what I expected it to be. The story was very dragged out. At a certain point, they should have just ended it. But no, they had to constantly drag it out further, and a lot of the characters did not have the required character development that did not feel superficial or felt very half-assed. They're like, oh, this character doesn't like how she's sexually viewed, but still continues to do it. Like, where is the character development? And then some characters were so brought late to the point where she literally had no purpose of being there. And the character development that she should have gotten, a character from the other, like basically the cast did the talking for her. So without her actually getting the character development she needed, another character did it for her. And then she became irrelevant for the rest of the game. So basically I got style over substance. And my opinion is not that common regarding the Persona 5 series of franchise, is because people like it. I don't know why they do, they just do. I think a lot of people want to see new stuff too, but a lot of companies are too afraid to step out of their comfort zone and actually distance themselves for what they're known for to do something different. A lot don't want to innovate and do anything anymore. A lot of companies got way too comfortable doing the same things over and over because people spoke with their wallets. So they rather just continue that, and they don't want to do anything else. Yeah, I could see, you know, people actually doing things differently, but a lot of companies don't want to do that. They're too comfortable. And some of them get way too greedy like Nintendo's been. And I've been wanting to do the video about me not buying the Switch 2 because I've been wanting to, but I haven't had a chance to do my voiceover. But I do have a lot of things to say about it. As I think what Nintendo's doing is incredibly greedy and incredibly distasteful.
This door is jammed shut. Only the power of gems.
But not a lot of people want to speak out in a way that puts Nintendo in their place, really. Because they feel as though, well, Nintendo has been around for so many years. Yes, they have been around for a long time. But at the same time, them making the decisions and choices that they're making is going to have an impact on gaming as a whole and also gaming as an industry. Because Nintendo's other companies are going to say, oh, Nintendo got away with it, so why don't we get away with it? Increasing prices and, you know, taking more and more control away from the consumer into the hands of the actual, you know, the actual companies. True, a lot of people, like I said, are getting way too comfortable given the constant saying things over and over again because they got comfortable too. Both parties did. The consumers got comfortable and so did the companies. But when I do my video, hopefully soon before the Nintendo Switch 2 drops, and give my 2 cents about how I feel as though Nintendo is going to ruin the gaming industry as a whole. Because they're basically making it to where you don't technically own the system that you bought because they can brick it at any time. You don't own the games you bought because the game isn't physically on the actual cartridge. You have to download it. Oh, hello. How you doing, Capcom? Mickey. Sorry, I didn't pronounce your name properly. But that's what I'm saying, like, and also when you buy the game, you're not technically owning the game. because the game is not on the actual cartridge. It's like basically just a little key that you put in your system, and then the system's like, oh, you bought the game, so here you go. But you don't own it. All you're getting is a piece of plastic in a box for $80. So basically you're not even getting the game that you paid for. So now I heard that supposedly Microsoft is increasing their prices for their games and their systems. And Sony hasn't done anything yet, but soon enough gaming isn't going to be affordable for anybody. The systems are going to be way too expensive, and the games you don't even own. So what's the point? And then retro gaming is going to be way too expensive because everybody's going to buy those systems. Because they want to go back to something that was reasonable for the time, but no one's going to be able to afford it either. I've more or less given up on AAA in general. I have hope on some basic level. Well, it depends on what companies you get into, with certain games, like certain developers. Because some developers are actually pretty decent still, while other ones basically just produce shovelware and half-done games at launch, and then they were like, oh, here's a patch, it's fixed, that doesn't work.
You've made a wise choice.
It
will mean more
I remember
eggs
the
for
days
you
where you
and
bought a
more
game, it was
gems
finished,
for me.
regardless of how
Best of
buggy
all,
it was,
Spyro,
and you got your
stop
money's
speaking
worth. Nowadays, you
haiku.
have to
What
buy
a
DLC,
sweet
you have to buy the game, there's like so much added stuff to it. And it does not work. It doesn't, because you're basically paying for something that's incomplete. At least back in the day, you had to earn stuff. You had to earn whatever things you got in the game. And it felt good because you got it on your own merits. But nowadays, all you need to do is swipe a card or get a gift card and pay for it. And it defeats the purpose of actually working for it and earning it. And a lot of gamers nowadays don't care. Like, sometimes I look at the prices of the digital games, and I'm like, $80 for a game that you don't physically own. So, what happens if they decide to remove it from the store? That's $80 that you wasted on absolutely nothing. That's why I always tell people the best thing to do is get physical. The only time I ever buy anything digitally is if it's free through my subscription, or it's basically nothing. So if I do lose it, I didn't waste a lot of money, but some people are like putting thousands and thousands of dollars into digital games. And what happens? You lose it. And all that money's gone. Well, emulating old games is reasonable because a lot of the old games nowadays are ridiculously expensive because people constantly keep buying the games in bulk online and then they try to flip it by scalping the prices. That's understandable. I don't blame you for not partaking in it anymore. So, I'm sorry for ranting a lot, but I'm very passionate with certain things, and, that's just how I am. I like to, express things in a way that, gives room for debate and conversation, because I get to learn more about you guys, and we get to have a back and forth together. Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts, in my opinion, I've been around playing it since the PS2 time, and all I can say about Kingdom Hearts is Kingdom Hearts 3 was a disgrace. I'm sorry.
You are brave, Dragon. Much braver than I by far. Here, take this darn egg.
Between Kingdom Hearts 3 being terrible, then the other two collections really had no purpose of existing. One literally is just a DLC with a 3DS game attached to it and a movie or whatever, and then the other one is similar. There's like no point in those two ever being anything. And the only two that matter, you only get 4 games out of 6, because they basically just took 365 2/2 days and recoded and just took the cutscenes. So you're just basically gonna sit down for a few minutes and watch them. Two, in my opinion, will always be the best game, in my opinion. 2 will always be the best Kingdom Hearts game. It puts everything that everybody loves about Kingdom Hearts, and it just feels great for what it is. 1 is still good too, but it has its own issues. But we're not setting our foot in there. Nope. No. Oh, it's the boy, the myth, the legend, in his pajamas. He just looks like he doesn't want to be there. Dream Drop Distance, I don't like Dream Drop Distance at all. It felt way too short, for 1, and for 2, the other reason why I didn't like it was because of the drop mechanic. The drop mechanic was a pain because you'd be in the middle of a boss fight, and if you drop out of the boss fight back to like either Sora or Riku, you have to start the entire boss all over again. So if the boss is almost dead and you drop out of the boss, you gotta do the whole entire boss again. And the Tron boss, oh my sweet potatoes, that boss was a pain in the ass. Chain of Memories, is it the one with the cards? I didn't really play that one that much, so I really can't give an opinion, but Birth by Sleep was really good. That one was great, in my opinion. That one was pretty good. That game was really good. Birth by Sleep. Some of the levels in Dream Drop Distance weren't terrible. They were actually, some of them were pretty good. I just felt the game was way too short for what it was. And you're just replaying the same areas, most likely, with your characters, with not much difference. Herbie. Herbie Fully Loaded. That's another old movie. Alright, I'm gonna be ending the stream in a few minutes. I didn't play 3, I only bought it because it was like $8 used. So it was like, why not, you know, give it a shot, I guess, but, eh. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the stream. If you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you guys later with possibly Story of Seasons. Bye for now.